What did you think of the first day of practice yesterday?
I mean, it's exciting to get to play against a new team. Just get that experience as a group. It's a little bit more competitive, juices are flowing, so it's a great experience for us. And you get to see things, see people do a little bit different scheme, block a little different. So that was really cool for us.
Was there a point where Minnesota coach asked Schwartz to tone it down a little?
I'm not sure about that. You're gonna have to ask Coach Schwartz.
You guys were really vocal and verbal and fired up over there and almost seeking to dominate like Kevin asked you guys to. Is that what was going on the defensive side of the ball?
Yeah, I mean, as a defense, I mean that's our goal. What happened last year, but it's all about this year, creating that identity. Building off the good stuff that we did last year, and cleaning up all the bad stuff that we did.
So what is the next step for this defense?
I mean, it's just making those big plays, eliminating explosives, being more consistent, and just getting after the quarterback more.
How do you
Okay.
how do you balance that line between being competitive and not being, go over the top and, where neither team can really get their work done?
Yeah, I mean, it's the same way that we treat our offense. Kevin always preaches to us, treat those guys how we treat our guys. So, halo over the quarterback, all those kind of things. It's treating with the mutual respect that, we want them to have with our guys as well.
Mo, it did seem like yesterday you guys on the line were able to get a lot of pressure. Did you feel like that when you came away from that practice yesterday?
Yeah, I mean, that's our main goal we're penetrating attack front. So, getting off the ball and making disruptive plays is, our main goal.
Myles Garrett was in the backfield a ton, it looked like yesterday. Could he be even better this year than last year?
I would assume so. I mean, Miles is an alien, so he just does alien stuff all the time.
So you guys are operating out there with Thud, and I was mostly over on the offensive side of the ball, watching those guys, and Ivan Pace kind of lit up Pierre Strong a little bit. Is that going on your side of the ball? If he crossed the line with that, what does that mean for his practice?
Yeah, I mean, it's all about just, Thud, we can, hit each other. It's just not about bringing guys down. You don't really want guys around your ankles or feet or anything like that. So for Thud period, I mean, we could, hit. We got our Guardian caps and all the new helmets and stuff like that. So, it's football at the end of the day. So, we're going to have some big hits and things like that. But, take care of each other. Don't, go kill receivers over the middle or tight ends or things like that. Just take care of one another.
Mo, for you individually coming off the PEC, just how do you feel like your off-season went, your rehab, all of that, and do you feel like you're ready to pick up where you left off last season?
Yeah, so I mean, the good thing about the PEC is that it's only a couple month injury. Just happened at a bad time of the year, but basically the offseason has been exactly the same as it normally would have been. Not really doing much rehab for it, and just getting to focus on the whole body.
How valuable have these training camp reps been for you? You spend a ton of time with the starters, right? I know you've been missing a couple guys, but just for you personally getting as many reps with the ones that you have.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. Getting to go against their best, getting to go against our best. That's what I want at the end of the day, and everything's for the preparation to, go as far as we can to go to the Super Bowl and everything like that. So, you train for that time now, and everything that you do now leads up to that.
I don't know if you've had a 16 or 17 game season yet in your career, and your dream what that would look like for you production wise if you could.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean that's just dominance for me. Personally, that's everything that I train for, everything I work for is to, be out there with my guys as much as possible to make big plays and be very productive.
What have you seen out of Sam Kamara? I mean, I know he's mostly been on the edge previous, but this year kind of moved him inside a little bit. What have you seen of him with that transition?
I mean, Sam's been great. I've been telling him he needs to play inside for, the past year, and he finally really bought into that. And, Coach Jacques gotten him going really well, and he's doing, such a phenomenal job for us and being very productive. He's extremely strong and powerful and, moves really well to be a guy that could be 300 pounds plus and, still be able to play. And, you have some ability that, not a lot of guys have.
Why were you telling him that he needed to play inside?
300 pounds and the 6 foot, you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean he's built for that 3 technique position that we want him to play.
Mo, with Jim, when Jim has talked, he's used the baseball analogies. Obviously, and so last year this defense was throwing a lot of fastballs. This year, you're going to add some changeups into the mix. So, what does year 2 look like in that regard? With some different things you guys might be able to do with you.
Yeah, I mean, year 2 in the defense, it's you now know everything. Like, we came into camp, we had all of our plays already installed. We're just fine tuning all the details, and now we kind of know how teams are going to attack us, and now we can do more with that, and guys just have a better understanding of where guys are going to be in certain blitzes and certain plays. So, it's very beneficial for us to be able to make those corrections and keep it rolling.
Coach Safety said that he wanted you guys to compete, not only compete but dominate. Do you guys feel like you dominated yesterday as a defense?
I feel like we got room to grow. We felt pretty good. There was obviously a lot of good plays, but there's also some bad ones that we got to clean up on. And some of those bad plays are how you get beat at the end of the day. So, that's what practice is for in my eyes, is to see where we can get better at every day.
So Michael Hall did leave with an injury, but could you speak to the state of his mind prior to that, going to work yesterday? Was that a difficult day for him, or just another day at work, or what?
Yeah, I mean, don't really have too much to say about the situation. I'm not really, too informed about everything that went on. But, Mike showed up here to work and, worked his butt off and, did well today or yesterday.
What was some advice that stuck out to you from veterans in the past, some OGs that looked out for you, and the advice that you're still instilling into others, rookies like Siaki?
Oh man, I mean, there's been so many great people that have kind of poured into me. One of the guys actually played here was Frosty Rucker. He told me just always show up every day and just kind of how to be a pro and how to handle yourself. And you're gonna have some ups and downs, but just keep it consistent and you'll keep getting better. Don't get too high on your highs and don't get too low on your lows.
Well, Kevin's talked a lot about the impact of these joint practices on the field. As a coaching standpoint, do you guys get the sense that from like a player standpoint that these games are just as beneficial to you guys in terms of reps in the preseason game?
Yeah, I mean, it's extremely beneficial. Just to get out there to get live reps. The game just starts going faster and faster as you go from practice to preseason to the game. You just have to work on your communication, everything like that. So, I mean, it's extremely beneficial for guys, getting your hands fitted correctly and everything like that.
Well, in this game, how important is mentorship and having someone you can talk to and lean on your team or outside of it?
I mean, it's extremely important. I mean, we're all kind of in the same shoes. We all come from, different backgrounds. Some guys rougher than others. And, we all have each other's back. We're not, asking each other for money and all this type of stuff or anything else that you might get from, other people. We've been through kind of similar things of being cut or, being told that you're not good enough or, being a superstar or anything in between. And, that really brings us closer as people and as teammates.
Well, what is the benefit for you guys too? I mean, you're pretty much running back on that D line.
Yeah.
So what's the benefit of that consistency and having all those guys talk?
Yeah, I mean, for us, it's just just building off of it, and we have film to watch of us. Last year, most of our film was watching, Schwartz when he was with the Eagles. So now we get to see ourselves doing things, and you get to see like, oh, maybe I could have taken this step this way, or maybe I could have, filled the gap this way, or things like that. So. It's extremely beneficial for us as D linemen and just knowing how each other works. So I know how, Shelby's going to rush. I know how Dalvin's going to rush. I know how Miles is going to rush. So all those things just help build on that chemistry and camaraderie.
Last one.
I see the reverse Grinches you got on right now. Walk me through your shoe closet. What are some of your favorites?
Some of my favorites, I would definitely say the reverse Grinches just because of, Kobe Bryant. Just instilled everything into me that you want within an athlete and a competitor, and he's the ultimate competitor. And then otherwise than that, I really like the Travis Scotts, even though they're kind of a little hype beast shoe, but it's one of my favorites to wear pretty much with anything. All right, appreciate you guys.